Our business, Amicable, was launched following my co-founder, Kate Daly's, really difficult and traumatic divorce. We'd been friends for a long time before then, and she realised after the divorce that part of the reason it went badly was because of the process, and it was the process that was broken. And actually there was a real opportunity to do something better and something more friendly for individuals and in particularly families. And so by combining my background, which is business and technology, with her background, which was more psychology, we could set up something that filled a gap in the market and could generally make people's lives better. Prior to this, I co-founded a consultancy called Bluefin Solutions, and having done that, I felt obviously I had quite a few people who I'd worked with on that journey, who I could talk to and get help from, and I knew quite a few people in the startup industry to talk to as well. So we did have access to people, and we did certainly talk to a lot of people. And one of the key things I've learned though is you have to trust your own decisions, and there is certainly lots of people who will want to say you want to do it like this, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're right, because every business is different. So it's always worth talking and getting advice, but you don't have to always follow it. I think the challenges that women face in business is a really interesting question, and personally, especially in my first business, I didn't really feel that I faced many. There was 4 co-founders, of which I was the only woman, but we worked together as a team really well, and actually I kind of progressed thinking, no, there's not really an issue here. It was quite an eye-opener though, moving to the kind of startup world and the investment-backed world, and actually seeing the disparity between how much investment women get and how the kind of cards are really stacked against them. So personally, I hadn't found it that much of a challenge, but I can absolutely see that it is a challenge and it is different. So from a leadership perspective, the key thing is to listen and to be honest with people. So there won't always be good times. Every business will go through challenges. Every business will have issues they have to face. But you have to keep listening and being honest to those that you're working with, because they are so instrumental in the ability of the company to succeed. In terms of strategies for women to launch their own business, I mean, my main piece of advice would be, if you've got an idea, go for it, because ultimately you have very little to lose. Even if the business isn't a success, you as an individual will have learned so much more by trying and failing than you would by not trying at all. And if the only thing that is stopping you is your kind of confidence and ability to do it, then it is just something that is worth giving a go. My advice to kind of any aspiring female leaders is that there hasn't been a better time. The way that technology has moved in the last few years, both in terms of ease of use and also the flexibility to work anywhere and to communicate with people around the world, has actually made it easier for anyone to start a business, in my view, and in particularly those who might have felt they couldn't previously, and that often included parents who are at home with kids, often who are female. And actually you can do it now. You can start a business slowly at first with a couple of hours a day as a woman at home while looking after kids, and more people are doing that. That was much harder 10 years ago, 15 years ago than it is now. And so go for it. Again, if you've got an idea, go for the opportunity.